Hi everyone, this is Shannon Hensley with Apex Tarot, a pure spirit, and today's date is October the 25th, 2019, and I hope you all are doing fantastic. Alright guys, I'm having my coffee this morning, so just bear with me. I'm waking up with you, so you may be watching this in the evening time, but whenever you are watching it, I am recording it. I've only had like maybe 1 cup of coffee, and I'm still trying to wake up. So, and then I'm going to use a new deck this morning called the Secret Tarot. All of the decks that I use can be found under the description box below this video. So if anybody would like a personal reading, please contact me at apextarot_a purespirit@yahoo.com, and I'll chit chat with you there. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. Please grow with me as a community. I would sure appreciate it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get in here and see what wants to come out here. We thank you, Sweet Divine, for clear to find messages. I just bind and block all negative forces right here, right now, and I command for the truth to come to the surface. And I bless the viewer, the soul group, and the collective that this message is for. What do we need to know today? What's the message, Sweet Divine? I thank you for clarity, for people who have questions today that need them answered. What needs to come forth? These pictures here are, I'll have to really put them up in the screen because they're kind of hard to make out. So hopefully my eyes can get acclimated as well. Alright guys, so at the bottom of the deck, we do have the 6 of Swords here. And so this looks like there's a path well traveled, or, somebody's wanting to leave the thoughts, right? The 6 of Swords is leaving behind stormy waters, right? And the matter's improving and being able to travel or take a journey. It can also be a publicity card as well. Sometimes there's more than one person in the boat, right? But this looks like a road, and somebody's wanting to transition, and the emotions that are just flowing away in the mind. I just wanted to get away. All right. 6 is about healing and having compassion and forgiveness and things like that. So somebody's been, going through a battle. Obviously, the 5 of Swords comes before that, and that's, fussing and fighting and carrying on and unbridled ambition and all that kind of stuff. Somebody's wanting to just leave the mind, or is going to be leaving the mind today. We have the 3 of Cups, which is a community card. This card is, a celebrating card. It's positivity. It's emotional sharing, which is beautiful, because if you're able to leave the mind and go somewhere else in a new journey now, and found someone to go with you, then there's positivity with this card. This is emotionally sharing how you feel. This is your thoughts as well. It's emotional, engagement in the mind with other people, with soulmates, with your friends, with co-workers, whatever that is for you. This is beautiful energy. This is happiness coming out here. It is happy when you can leave the mind. So we've got beautiful energy coming out. The next card we have is the 7 of Pentacles. And this is goals being attained, which is beautiful, because if you've been trying to, work for a while, getting out of that battle in your mind and being able to get in touch with your emotions and being able to share with someone, well, beautiful. This is you've been able to collect a little something here to harvest from that place. There's a new strategies going on, to be able to travel to a place of peace and serenity here. I love it. Somebody could have had a tower moment or an epiphany of something, just like, I'm out of here. I can't do this anymore. It's not emotionally fulfilling to me. I've been waiting, and now look at this. I'm noticing that there is butterflies, and it's just like something brand new. Butterflies represent a new life, right? We're right here in the Scorpio season. Happy birthday to you, Scorpios. And that's normally what you see on Scorpio artwork and stuff like that. It's the butterfly, renewing itself, climbing the ladder of success, whatever that is for you, to successfully leave the mind, because there's been a battle going on, and now there's emotions, happy emotions, and being able to have a new life, we got two pictures here that are showing like a journey or traveling up the ladder, or going on a trip or something like that, and then being very emotionally satisfied and having that epiphany on the inside. Yes, I got to do this. We've got the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Normally, I don't like the Knight of Swords because the Knight of Swords is that fast talker, right? And obviously, somebody been in their mind. There's been some kind of deception here, because that would make that the sword here with the Knight would make the Seven of Swords. And the way I read my cards is the way I read my cards. So, and what I'm picking up in my spirit, there's obviously somebody's been wanting to leave the mind, because we knew that there's been fighting going on, even if it's just in your own thoughts, even if you're just feeling guilty because you've been lying to yourself or whatever has happened. The Knight of Swords is normally the real quick talker. This somebody, normally that would assert themselves over other people, because they think they got something to say. They want to fly high, and they're aggressive. They're real opinionated energy. And if you've been fighting with somebody like that, or that's been you or somebody around you, you just want to leave the mind. It's time to have that epiphany and go, I don't want this anymore. Truth sets you free, and take that sword there and put it up in the air. This, if you look at this, somebody's got the sword backwards behind them, is as if their thoughts. Either you're gonna throw your thoughts behind you and get in this place of going on a new journey, and having positivity come your way, and have that emotional sharing with others, or even just within your own thoughts of yourself, and be able to have a new life and get on this trail. Or you're gonna sit there and fight all the time, or you can be somebody who's gonna bring a fight to somebody all the time. What do you want? That card always makes me feel aggression, and it's ridiculous that people want to get into that. I really feel like that's behind you now. The words are behind you. I'm noticing that sword is behind the head. It's as if I'm putting it behind me now, and I'm going to be aggressive with it, and I'm not going to, I'm going to fly high, and I'm going to see things from a different point of view. Birds, right? They fly high, they see things from different points of view, and I'm going to put these old thoughts behind me now, okay? And I'm going to have a new life in a new path, and climb a new ladder, and have new goals, new negotiations, maybe new jobs. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to leave stormy waters behind, and I'm going to go down this trail, and I'm going to find me something brand new. And I'm going to heal. 6 is healing. 7 is a seeker of truth. There's 7 swords here. There's obviously been some guilt, some lying, some pain, even within the emotions. But something's healing here. In the right now moment, we have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? And the 9 of Pentacles, this is kind of hard to make out the pictures here, because the artwork is kind of a little bit more dimmer in these, or a little darker pictures. But this is, this is somebody who understands their emotions, because they are prudent and they're self-sufficient, they're disciplined. Okay, this is somebody who's very self-controlled. We're talking the 9 of Pentacles. That's somebody who can represent somebody who's alone in their life, but they're very well put together. This card also can represent abundance. You being a person that has discernment, and you're very self-controlled, or somebody in the connection, or whatever is happening here. It's somebody's finally putting thoughts behind them and getting to a place of understanding what they feel, understanding and being grounded, and taking good investments within themselves, or within their job, or whatever this is. This is somebody who's comfortable with who they are, what they've went through, and moving forward, and having a new life, and leaving old things behind, and taking a new journey here. There's a decision here, what's crossing this 9 of Pentacles, this discernment, this being alone, or even if you got to do it alone, whatever this is, leaving stormy waters behind, standing in a place of being self-sufficient. What is crossing all of this is the 2 of Swords, and what's helpful is to make a choice. Make this choice to put those thoughts behind you, and to climb a new ladder, to climb a new stairway, right? To be happy, to be positive again, and let them talk. If there's somebody around you that's got to assert their opinions all the time, no, it's my way, no, listen to me, yeah, I'm gonna tell you that person, that's not a king or a queen, it's a knight. All right, now if we're going to look at it from a different angle, and that's you, it's just like I said, you put that sword behind your head and say, I'm not even engaging with anybody like that anymore. You're too flighty for me. You go ahead and get on your bird and chit chat how you want your, I'm not going to engage in any lies or any thoughts of guilt or anything like that. And I'm going in a new direction. And the Two of Swords is telling you to renounce those kind of emotions that want to come to you very quick and fast that are not serving you, and to get out of any kind of stale mode where you've just been sitting there listening to those thoughts, listening to that person, listening to the situation, and get positive now and make the decision to stand there very firm in what you know you've got to do, and be patient within it. Pentacles is about patience as well. Just don't get in the stalemate mode, because what's a challenge is getting out of the stalemate mode, making the decision, making the choice, knowing that you got to do it here. Okay, in the deep past, we had the Four of Swords, which comes right after the Three of Swords, and we already know there's been fighting going on. We already know there's been some type of deception for some of you, or you've just been deceiving yourself. But the thoughts were just all over the place, and a lot of chit-chatting, and but now, in deep past, something took place where you tried to heal your mind, try to get over this kind of stuff, but obviously we know that there's still been thoughts that have been running away, people asserting themselves, my way, this my way, listen to me, I'm a liar, or I did this, or that was you, or whatever. Now you're changing your ways, now you're going to get positive. But there was thoughts all over the place, and they still showing up here. So somebody's been really in a battle within something. We got a lot of air here. I'll get to this card here in just a second. It's funny because I was seeing this card in my mind this morning. That card came up in my spirit. We'll get to that in just a second. What's behind you? Well, the Seven of Swords itself. So it showed up here. Lying, cheating, stealing. Okay. This card in this deck also represents seeing with emotions. In other words, some people are just led by their emotions, and that's how they see. If I feel it, then I can see it. I can understand it, because that's all they are, is just emotional all the time within their mind. Their thoughts are their emotions. What's behind you is hopefully you're being positive in your emotions now, and seeing something for what it really was or is, and getting grounded and asserting yourself in a positive way, and putting negative thoughts behind you, and having new goals to attain, and having a new life and a new way of thinking, right? And not just seeing with your emotions, but really being grounded here. All right. And getting out of deception. The Seven of Swords is about deception, in which I love that this is what's behind you now. That somebody's made a choice to move forward, to face whatever the deception was, whether if it was you or them or all parties. This is what it was. Okay, I see you for what you are, or I see what I was, and I accept it, and I'm now going to be positive. I'm changing my ways. Okay, I'm making a decision. I'm not going to sit here like this the rest of my life. I'm going to have a new way. I'm going to get grounded. I'm going to be a person that can discern things. And when I start getting tempted by those thoughts, or a person that's like that, I know how to detect it here. And I'm not just going to see things with the way, you can move me by letting me feel you. This is, not deceiving yourself like that anymore. Really being balanced, having your thoughts, your minds, your passion, and your grounded physical matter all intact here, is what the Spirit's showing me here. What is at the thoughts of this Nine of Pentacles? Where you are discerning things is more thoughts, which is the card that comes right before you leaving and going on a new journey and changing something here is the fight itself. Thinking about that. Don't ever forget it. But don't engage in it anymore. Look, that's a porcupine ready to, it's hiding itself behind this mound here. Okay. And it's very defensive. Think about a porcupine. You come near it, it's going to raise its, whatever those things are called on a porcupine, and it's going to stick you, and you're going to get out. You're going to be, this is defensiveness here. Okay, it's very intense. Look at that picture itself. It's just, ugh. Somebody in their thoughts needs to be defensive against this person or your own thoughts of aggression, of being a fast talker, being opinionated all the time. Whoever this person is, even if it's yourself and you're just really trying to change your ways to get out of that way, that behavior, because this is how you come across. You look like a porcupine, or somebody does to you, or the situation itself, whatever this is, whatever these energies mean for you, it looks like a porcupine. It's like, God, I can't even, every time I think of something, or every time I try to come near you, or every time I try this, it's like that porcupine just raises itself up, and it's just like it's hiding behind every mound. And now you're in a place right here, right now, is to get out of the still mode and being that way all the time. I'm going to assert my way. No, I'm going to make you do that. No, there's been deception here. There's been deception around a person here. Very much aggressive energy. We've got the Seven of Swords showed up here. Seven of Swords showed up here. We've got what I was saying, this card right here comes before this card, and it shows up in the mind space. So somebody got a lot of stuff in their mind where they've been really either dealing with aggression, maybe on your job, maybe with your family, maybe with a child, maybe with somebody who just never grew up in their own mind. No, I'm going to say that, yeah. And that those people are just, I don't know, that something's happened where they need to get grounded. And I'm not trying to, if you are that person, it's time to wake up now and not be that way. You causing stuff in the earth that looks like a porcupine. Looking like a porcupine. To me, this is just a nasty picture of that thing. That's horrible thoughts to be in the mind space there. And you're not right now moment. Somebody's grounded. Now, whether this is in the thoughts and this is you looking at the other person that's been that way, or this is you now finally made the decision, you're not going to be that way. Well, beautiful. Get in here in your thoughts and take a new journey today. The outcome is the Seven of Cups. Well, positive or negative with this card, because it's also about dreaming. Now, we were just talking about what's behind you, the Seven of Swords, but the Seven of Swords was also seen with your emotions, and this is a very emotional card. It's water. It's very confusing energy. It's Neptune in your chart, or it's you or the person or the situation that you're dealing with. This card can be positive. It's dreaming itself, but you've got to be careful with your fantasizing here. This is sudden emotions, just like that. But what are the emotions going to look like for you? Are you going to be artistic with it? Are you going to reflect in a positive way? Or are you going to be, because some people can be really artistic in a negative way, the porcupine way. How can I get what I want? Kind of stuff. And I'm going to fight it because I don't want you to be happy. Or I want that position. Or I'll do whatever. This is about being positive today. Positive, moving in a positive direction, having a new life, putting those really hard emotions here behind you. Those thoughts are behind you, because look what it looks like. It's a nasty porcupine there. It's very defensive all the time. I want to take a look at this card here, because there's many choices still showing up. If at the top of the mind is the porcupine, and then your outcome is, the sudden emotions. What are the emotions? Is it confusion? Somebody still confused? Or are they going to have a new life? It's up to you. What is the Seven of Cups? Hopefully it's sudden emotion to dream again, to make the correct decision, to travel a new way, and to show up in life in something, and look beautiful and positive. Don't look like the porcupine. Don't be drawn away by your emotions. Get you in trouble. You get other people involved, and there's just nothing but scattering thoughts everywhere here. What's this 7 of Cups? 7 is a seeker of truth, so you must be a seeker of truth, guys. You got 3 7s here. Amazing. Which, you know, that's a 3. And 3 is about expansion, but how are you going to expand? Are you going to be motivating within the community of your thoughts and with other people? Are you going to be able to be like this butterfly and take people with you and look beautiful and climb that ladder or climb those steps to the top and have a brand new way where truth is concerned? It's really up to you today. We've got the Emperor here, and which I do love in the positive, because if you're dreaming, the Emperor gives aid and protection where your thoughts are going to be concerned. The Emperor has a conviction about him. This is the father figure of the universe, which is the great spirit of all that will war and bring a positive administration to the situation. This is if this is about, you know, children and stuff like that, because the Emperor can represent a father figure. You know, it's parental love here, and there's somebody who's experienced, and which is beautiful. So this outcome is knowing that you must be grown up, you must be experienced, you must, if you're not, and you're this person that has to just assert your way, or this somebody's around you like this, then somebody needs to go to somebody experienced, okay, and get new feelings about a situation, make new choices, and be grounded. The Emperor is grounded, okay? He's very, very grounded. He's not flighty. He's like I said, he's very clear-headed. Actually, that's one of the meanings of the Emperor, is being clear-headed. And it's amazing we got all this stuff out here, because what's in the mind thought is a bunch of porcupine thoughts here. Defensive removal of something. Now, if you're going to be defensive and remove this kind of negativity, beautiful. Then take that porcupine and be defensive that way with it. Because I do love that the Emperor has come out, because he'll get up and he'll take war on those thoughts, and he'll be controlled and structured and take, you know, and be stubborn against negativity. That's how you want to show up. All right. If this has anything to do with your finances or whatever, he'll also give aid where that is concerned. If there's been some kind of love situation on a job or something like that, I'm picking that up for a very small few of you all. So interesting what's come out here on this card, on these cards this morning. I like this little deck. They're different, but this is the message. First card out of the deck is leaving the mind and traveling. And this is also represents a transition. Emotions that flow, thoughts that take your course is what this represents. How is the course going to show up for you today? Are you going to heal the mind? Are you going to be positive? Because the second card was about being positive. Emotional sharing, but it must be in positivity and truth, not lies. Overall energy today about thoughts and feelings and getting grounded and your goals being attained positively. Putting negative thoughts behind your head here and asserting them in a different way, and being aggressive with your opinions for positivity and truth, not like this porcupine. Okay, take these thoughts here and have an awakening within your emotions, like the Emperor would do, with conviction, and being the leader and be clear-headed here today. Okay. All right, guys, this is the first reading. Stay tuned for tarot reading number 2 and the 24-hour rune reading. And I may hop in later to do some zodiac sign readings today. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of kicking it around. So anyway, nonetheless, I bless you today. I bless your mind with peace. I send you perfect shalom, which is perfect completeness and wholeness to you. Bye-bye.